acetylcholine, okay? But substances, even GABA, okay, it does have a modulatory role also. It is not strictly 100% a neurotransmitter, okay? It does have some neuromodulating activity also. And we are not specific or we are not strict about that we will not use some of the neurotransmitters or neuromodulators because of their ineffectiveness, like acetylcholine. It's useless to use, okay? It's quickly done, okay, if you give it in the blood or if it is absorbed. Destruction, okay? We try to develop molecules which are kind of long acting, okay? So we are not using GABA for the treatment. We are using the molecules, artificial molecules which mimic GABA and which go there and which act like GABA, okay? Somehow, or help the GABA, or stimulate the release of the GABA from the presynaptic neuron. That would be the idea. But using GABA, injecting GABA would be of no use really. Using acetylcholine would be of no use. So mimicking substances are better. Yeah, but some of the neurotransmitters or modulators we use, like norepinephrine, epinephrine, therapeutically, pharmacologically, we use them. Where they are effective, we can use them because they are released into the blood also from the adrenal medulla. So they behave as the hormones. Okay? So that is why we use those substances, but not all. We don't use serotonin injections. We will give the serotonin receptor agonist or antagonist or something like that, okay? Or anything which can prevent the destruction of the serotonin or prevent the reuptake of the serotonin. That will be effective. Yani your idea is to increase the serotonin concentration in the synapses somehow, or stimulate the receptors of the serotonin or the neurotransmitters. That is the main idea. Okay? Alright. Dopamine, very famous. I'll not go through the whole list really. You can read it yourself. I'll only pick few points here. Okay. Dopamine is very important for the mood and motivation. You will study this mood very much and motivation very much in the forthcoming sessions of your psychiatry, inshallah. So be careful. What is mood? You know mood, but what is mood?
State of motion.
It's a, yes, it's a state of mind. It's a temporary or a short phasic state of mind. Because mood doesn't stay for a long time, it will stay for a specific time. Our mood is good, our mood is bad, or different expressions of the mood. But that doesn't stay for days and days and days that my mood is nice. For 1 month my mood will be like this, so it doesn't happen. Okay? Your mood will be a transient thing for a couple of minutes or maybe a little more, for a few hours maximally, but then it gradually vanishes. Okay? Anyway, motivation, what is motivation? You know. See, the words, we use words, we kind of understand words also, but sometimes it's difficult for us to express. So you have to make first of all yourself very clear about, you are not going through the list, you are going through the meanings, internal meanings. Do you understand the meaning of the word or not? In its sense. Find out the definition of motivation. Okay? This is a little task. You know the meaning of motivation, you can describe in words, segments, but there is a definition of motivation. What are you doing, okay, in motivation? What is happening? How would you phrase motivation really, okay, in a sentence? Anyway, you are achieving something in motivation basically, you know that, okay, but do go for a definition, it is important. Reward, it's okay. Motor system, it's okay. Sexual arousal, in sexuality, dopamine is playing a role really. In the normal sexual act for the males, dopamine has been known to have an effect. Sexual arousal plus the height of, or the culmination or the pleasure of the sexual act, orgasm, and after that, in the refractory period, when the person does not have the second sexual arousal, between that time, the refractory period, well, dopamine has an association with all these phases. Okay. Norepinephrine is a very famous one. I will not go for anything very special. You know the meaning of circadian rhythms or no? Biological rhythms in the body, okay, which are controlled by some of the hormones or some releases from the brain. Suprachiasmatic nucleus. It's like a clock. At one time in the morning something is high, and then in the evening it is low. Next morning again high, and then low. It's producing a kind of everyday change. Okay, 24-hour change is coming, and that's circadian rhythms. Okay, in circadian rhythms, norepinephrine has been associated. So it means it should be which area? Which nucleus of the hypothalamus? Particularly speaking, suprachiasmatic nucleus, okay, above the optic chiasma. Suprachiasmatic nucleus, that is the second. Okay. Here the behaviors are simple. In hunger, it is there. Okay. Negative emotional memory. When we have negative emotions, in negative emotions, there is a role of norepinephrine in those pathways. Okay. Have you talked about the rewards, reward perception, punishment and reward in the limbic system, Dr. Majdi? Okay. In reward pathways, in those areas of the limbic system, norepinephrine secreting neurons are there. Serotonin, look at the role, what we know, what we don't know. Eating, serotonin is very important for the appetite satiety, and when the serotonin levels are high, then we feel a satisfaction. Okay, hunger is settled. So serotonin is associated with appetite satiety. That's an important thing. Coming down to reward perception, it's a minor role in behavior and sleep. And look here, emotion, mood, and potentially aggressive behavior. Nor this serotonin is related to. Okay, look and focus those areas which are related to different types of behavior. Behavior is, what is behavior by the way? Expression. Not necessarily emotions. Okay, it could be. It is also behavior. Okay, but what else? Action. Yes, manifestation or expression of a response or an action or a mannerism which is coming out of you, so that it is observable. I can observe really, okay, from your body language, from your action, from your speech, from any other expression, but I definitely see a change, okay. Well, that is behavior in response to the environment. The environment could be the outside environment, or it could be your inside environment, in response to which you are showing or expressing some action or a mannerism or a change. That is the behavior. Now there are different types of behavior. Behavior right from the emotions, it can go for your learning behavior, for your social behavior, for your sexual behavior, for your feeding behavior. All these are the different types of behaviors. Okay? So we are focusing the behavioral aspects here. Look at the behavioral aspects. Okay? It will come in the feeding also. It will come in the sex also. It will come in your learning also, and decision making. Many things that you are expressing, they all come under the umbrella of behavior. It's a very wide term. Don't relate behavior with something which you are showing good or bad or emotions, not like that. Okay? It is also there, but it's a big term, isn't it? Okay. Minor things really. Learning, memory, arousal. Histamine has a little role, feeding balance also. Endorphins, if you remember, you have done it in the pain. Enkephalins and endorphins. Pain relief is one thing, but in the pleasure or in euphoria or in the feeling of satisfaction, when the person is pain-free and happy, there is a feeling of satisfaction, okay? Happiness, and that is also contributed by the endorphins. Even though endorphins are there in the spinal cord for the pain pathway, endorphins are also present in the brain. Okay? They are released. Okay? Many areas, different types of endorphins. Likewise, enkephalins also the same. Analgesia is one thing you already know. Okay? But it is also there in the limbic system for the reward behaviors, okay, in response to rewards, or some feeding behavior also. this neurotransmitter, more likely a neuromodulator, not a neurotransmitter. These small substances usually are acting as neuromodulators mainly. I will not say that it cannot be a neurotransmitter because I don't know about it. In areas, if I go for the research, I will find the neurotransmitter also in some areas. So be safe. Say, generally speaking, it is behaving as a neuromodulator. Okay. Glycine, basically in the spinal cord pathways, okay, but it does have some areas of projection in the brain also. Glycine is for the motor activity control, because in the absence of glycine, the fits or the convulsions can start. Okay, increased activity of the muscles, inhibition, slowing down. But glycine recently, latest research has shown that glycine has a relationship with the sleep also. Again, a neuromodulation coming, a new function coming. We did not know about this function of glycine before, but now we say that yes, even in the sleep, okay, it improves the quality of the sleep, the characteristics of the sleep, some of the attributes. Alright? Leaving this chart for you, I am not discussing this chart, I have just picked it from one of the internet websites and I find it good really. It's just a summary because this summary will open up when we discuss the diseases. Different neurotransmitters, acetylcholine through glutamate, and if they are less, what will happen, what kind of disease, if they are more, what kind. You will have to read it yourself really, because it is not the details of the diseases, only some areas are written. And try to get the meaning of the words please. This is your very important thing for you, that you must go for. Don't take the words for granted. I know the memory, I know the learning, I know the behavior. Sometimes see, we don't even feel comfortable to define the word completely, and at this level you must know the definition, whether it's Arabic or English, but you know the correct meaning. I don't want it in the English, it's okay, but you should know its meaning, proper meaning. Your mind should know it, it's very important. So please go for the meanings of all these words. That when you say delirium, you should know the meaning of delirium. Okay, I can discuss this thing with you, but not really right now. You have to find depression, delirium. Okay, impulsivity. What is impulsiveness? What is impulsive? A kind of a behavior, abnormal behavior, and you have to find the meaning of the word impulsiveness or impulsivity. Yeah, what change? It is very interesting that how will a person act when he is impulsive? Okay, what change will you observe in his behavior? What change is there? What are the examples of the impulsivity? And what I am doing when you call me impulsive, Dr. Wajid, you were being impulsive at that time. Say, oh, I remember that really. Okay, I was doing something really. Okay, you have to identify the examples of the words. Anxiety is okay, it's easy. Seizures, you know the meaning. Cognitive slowing. Okay, get the word cognitive slowing, it is important for you. Confusion, you know the meaning. Aggression, you know the meaning, I don't think. But impulsivity, dementia, delirium, cognitive slowing, get the meanings of these words please, okay? Just go and Google it, it's all Googleable, and find the best definition of these words and then read it after that again. That if these are less, what will happen? If these are more, what will happen? And this account will open up inshallah with Dr. Yasser and with other doctors when they will teach you. That in depression, what kind of, and again, if you know the neurotransmitters, your drug therapy would focus these neurotransmitters. Okay? If any psychiatric problem is caused by an excess, then you will use the receptor blocking drugs of that neurotransmitter. If it is a deficiency, you will go for the agonist treatment. So you have to understand the philosophy of the, and thank you very much, okay? So that was only a brush up, a basic thing, nothing new really. Just read it before you go into the psychiatry.